had a terrible dream this morning. I dreamt I gave this talk without pants, ohne Hose. Last time I had this dream, I was 14, the night before my math exam. Clearly, my brain thinks this is as stressful as trigonometry. I called my comedian friend Brian. Brian is a wise person. He has a lot of time to think about stuff because he's also unemployed. Brian told me, Akash, don't worry. Brian is Irish. I can't do accents, so imagine it yourself. Akash, don't worry. Life is like comedy. It's all about perspective. Just flip the perspective. So here I am, imagining all of you without pants. First of all, Freiburg, congratulations. For people without pants, you're way more confident than I expected. And Brian is right, comedy is about perspective. Today, I want to share two messages with you. One, your perspective already makes you funny. And two, humor is one of the fastest ways we can connect as human beings. Let's test this, okay? I'll ask you a question. Who here among you thinks you're funny? Can raise your hand. Okay, fantastic. That's great. More than I expected. You guys can come to me after the show and join my comedy club. Those who did not raise your hands, do not despair. We are going to work on it right now. So the next question is for those who did not raise their hands. Who here among you has laughed at your own mistake? Can you raise your hand? Look around you. Your best comedy material is already accessible within you. So without knowing, you're already funny. Brian told me something else. Brian said there are 3 jobs in life one can do without any training. Be a politician, be a parent, be a comedian. No exam, no qualifications needed. Isn't that crazy? I don't think everyone should be a politician. I definitely do not think everyone should be a parent. But I really, really think everyone should be funny. Because humor is one of the easiest and simplest ways we can bond as human beings. In fact, scientific research has shown that laughter is an evolutionary mechanism that generates endorphins and enhances social bonding. Why do you think our prehistoric ancestors drew penises on cave walls? I was at the Ausländerbehörde last week, the foreigners office, to extend my visa. I stood in queue for 2 hours. I was pretty frustrated. I could see the woman behind the counter. She looked even more frustrated than me. I had mentally prepared all the German dialogues in my head, so I can be ready when my turn comes. So my turn came, I stepped up to the counter, and I forgot everything. And I mumbled something completely incoherent. And this woman was like, "Wie bitte?" So I tried again, even worse. And she responded to me in Turkish. So I told her, this time in English, "I'm so sorry, I did not understand you." And she puts her hands on her hips and she says, "I did not understand you either," in English. We both laughed. And the tension broke. I still don't have a visa. But I at least left the Ausländerbehörde less frustrated. From my perspective, she was the bureaucratic hurdle against my visa. But to her, I'm the 100th confused person coming to her without reading instruction. She must be so tired of saying, "So geht das nicht?" Sometimes in Turkish. I don't even look Turkish. But she's trying her best. But when we laughed, we were just two confused people failing together. The funny thing about humor, I find, is I laugh with people I like. Maybe you have noticed that as well. When I met my girlfriend a few years ago, she used to imitate her parents. And I thought that was hilarious. Now I know her parents really well. And they are nothing like how she imitates, which I find even funnier. And it goes both ways. Humor is a two-way street. So I'm a physicist, so I'm obliged to bring in a physics analogy. Newton's third law says, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. In human terms, I say, you laugh with people you like, and you like people you can laugh with. Laughter induces likability. I imagine all of us, or most of you, want to be liked. I want you to like me. Nobody stepped out of their house today thinking, I will make one person uncomfortable at Aldi. And humor isn't just making others laugh. It's also the ability to laugh. And that comes from empathy. The ability to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and see the world from their perspective and recognizing the humanness in them. Most humor follows a very simple pattern. You take an expectation, something that's already there, something everybody knows, you see it, and finding the surprise hidden inside. Since I moved to Freiburg, a lot of people, especially women, ask me if I do yoga. At first, I thought they were curious. Soon I realized they don't care if I do yoga. They want to inform me that they do yoga. Even my doctor, I went to her a few weeks ago for back pain. And she looked at me, young man like you, don't you do yoga? I just wanted painkillers. I did not want to be shamed for being a bad Indian who doesn't do yoga. So now I pretend I do not know what yoga is. So whenever someone asks me, I say, what is a yoga? Is it like a vegan cake? The joke is that there is an expectation that I know yoga. The surprise is now Zara has to explain to me, an Indian, what a downward dog is. My role as a comedian is not to tell you the objective truth. It's to show you my truth. And laughter comes from when you can empathize with my perspective. I don't know if your doctor ever asked you if you do yoga, but I imagine you felt my frustration. I started comedy because of Brian. I was inspired by Brian, not because I found him funny. I was inspired by Brian because I did not find him funny. I thought, if Brian could do it, I can do it. And I went through the process, I realized something very, very significant. When I tried to be cool and smart, nobody laughed. But when I spoke about raw, uncomfortable things, people did. Not because I became funnier, because my humanness became relatable. Imperfection is relatable. You do not need to lead a life like some of the extraordinary speakers before me. Even they are not perfect. Nobody is. You just need you and some self-awareness. I am friends with a kickboxer. You know, these guys. He told me something. My parents gave me so much trauma, I had to become a fighter. But they did not give me enough trauma that I could be a world champion. So now I am a coach, giving young kids a lot of trauma so one of them can become a world champion. He could have said, my parents were abusive and it damaged me. But what he said was, I went through something difficult. I overcame it. I know my limits, but I have ambition. Same facts, different framing. Humor lives a lot in how we frame tension. And there is so much tension around us. I want to ask you two last questions, all right? First question, who here had a wonderful start to their day? Okay, most of you, so boring. Who here had a terrible start to their day? Okay, some of you. Can I talk to you? Hi, what's your name? Teresa. Okay, what happened? Can you just quickly tell us, if you don't mind, for the room?
Yeah, my 18-month-old daughter woke me up at 4 a.m.
Sorry, you don't sleep anymore?
No, I didn't fall asleep anymore.
You didn't fall asleep anymore since 4 a.m.?
Yes.
Okay, and that has been going on for 18 months. Like I said, some people shouldn't be parents. Thank you, Teresa, for sharing. So what was the solution?
I breastfed her. She calmed down, fell asleep. I didn't.
She calmed down.
Some yoga.
You did some yoga. That helps you.
Breath work, had tea, and everything was better.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so you found a solution to your problem. And then maybe tomorrow you make your daughter do yoga, and then she calms down. Thank you, Teresa. Give a big round of applause to Teresa. Comedy is also risky. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. But it's okay. Even if it fails, you have a story, and that story can be funny. So when I say everybody can be funny, what I mean is you all have a unique perspective that makes you funny because you have lived a life. And when you share it honestly, humor can become a powerful tool for connecting people. So after this talk, I encourage all of you to go into the foyer, be in a room full of strangers, take off your emotional pants, and laugh together. And maybe one day you'll be inspired to share your own awkward story to others and watch a room full of strangers become a community. Thank you.